Welcome to ADHD Adult Life. It is week 5 of my Bupropion journey, and one of the things that we will be exploring this week is LENS Neurofeedback therapy. It's something that I've had before and that I'm about to restart this coming Wednesday. We'll talk about the applications of what the therapy is used for and whether or not it's helped me as far as ADHD goes. So let's get right into the updates. It's day 29 of my Bupropion journey and day 8 since I've been upped to the 200 mg level. So what's been going on in the last 24 hours? Well, I've seen no benefits from being on 200 mg, and unfortunately I had trouble sleeping again last night. I woke up at 2 a.m., couldn't go back to sleep, got up, finally after about an hour and a half, went back to bed. Took me a while to fall asleep, but I did, and then I slept till 7. So I'm not sure why I'm still having problems in that area. It seems that the tea works really well for a couple of nights, and then it doesn't. I'm kind of hoping that the LENS Neurofeedback therapy that I'll be starting this Wednesday will help with that issue and others. And I'll be able to update you on that as we go along. But for now, that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Greetings. We are on day 30 of my Bupropion journey. I still haven't seen any benefits, and I've been on the 200 mg for about 9 days now. I did have trouble sleeping last night. I took sleepy time tea, had trouble getting to sleep, finally got to sleep, woke up at 4, couldn't go back to sleep. So yeah, I'm very tired today. So that's it as far as today's update goes. Tomorrow we'll be talking about LENS Neurofeedback therapy, because when I'm on camera tomorrow, I will have already had my session. Talk to you then. Greetings, my friend. It is day 31 of my Bupropion journey. I had 2 minor side effects. I had some trouble sleeping, and my tinnitus was a little bit worse than it normally is. As far as benefits go, I still have that nice low sustained energy that I've had ever since I was taking 100 milligrams of Bupropion. I'm very happy with that, but I have not seen any other benefits at all outside of the nice sustained energy. So today I wanted to talk to you about LENS Neurofeedback because I went to my first session today in over a year. About 16 months ago, well before I knew that I have had ADHD my entire life, I went to my naturopathic doctor and I was saying, I've had this continual issue of, some memory issues, particularly short-term memory. I've had some issues with sleeping. I've had lots of executive function issues as far as motivation goes, getting things done, really getting focused on what has to be done. And is there anything we can do? And she said, have you tried LENS Neurofeedback therapy? And I'm like, no. So she talked to me a little bit about it. And I booked about 10 sessions. And over the course of several months, I went to those sessions. And I started to feel improvements after about the 3rd session. First of all, I was sleeping really good. And second of all, my memory seemed to be a little bit better, not a lot, but a little bit better. And my executive functions seemed to be a little bit better. But somewhere along the line, probably because, it costs money for every single session you go to, I stopped doing it. And it's been over a year, and I'm kind of back to the point that I was back when I went to see my naturopathic doctor originally. Except this time I know I have ADHD. And so this is how neurofeedback works. So I'm not a doctor, and I will link to a couple of videos below that do a much better job of explaining it. But in its very simplest form, LENS Neurofeedback records your brain waves, sends those brain waves through wires into a laptop computer. The computer then looks for any irregularities in your brain waves, and it edits those out, and then it sends that edited version back in, just shows it to your brain, and lets your brain then kind of work everything out from there. So basically what it's trying to do is edit out all the garbage that's in your mind and reset your brain so that you can function better. And a lot of people have had a lot of success with it. And I'll link to those videos below so that you can see them. I did have success with it when I did it a year ago, and I'm really glad I'm back into doing it now. And I think if you start to see benefits over the course of the next 3 weeks from me, those benefits probably won't be associated with bupropion, but they'll probably be associated with the LENS neurofeedback therapy I'm going through. So that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Greetings, my friend. It is day 32 of my bupropion journey, and I feel pretty good. No, it's not because bupropion is finally helping me with my executive function and other ADHD issues. It's because I got a really good night's sleep. And when I get a good night's sleep, as I'm sure is the same with you, you feel really good and you can get more things done and you can just operate better throughout the day. So why did I get a good night's sleep? It's because of the LENS Neurofeedback therapy that I did yesterday. Back when I had done it over a year ago, that was one of the things that it really helped me with sleep. And so I'm glad to be back in that boat again. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey there, it's day 33 of my bupropion journey, and over the last 24 hours, I've had 2 different side effects. The first side effect is that my tinnitus has gotten a lot worse. It was driving me crazy last night. The second side effect is that my hands are shaking more than they normally do. Both of those are known to be potential side effects of using bupropion, and I believe there's a relation there. If it gets worse, I'm probably going to have to drop bupropion. I know I still need to be boosted higher in order to reach the levels that are going to help with my ADHD executive functioning. But if going up to higher levels also makes my tinnitus and shaky hands worse, then I'm going to have to try something else. We'll see. Now, as far as benefits go, I didn't have any benefits that I necessarily saw over the last 24 hours. However, looking back, there are some benefits that I can see. First of all, it's that low sustained energy that I've had since 100 milligrams. That has been nice. There's been no energy drops. I've been at a nice level of energy throughout the day, and I really like that a lot. The second benefit is that I'm not as impulsive as I used to be, and I don't have as many cravings as I used to have. So I'm liking those. Those are great, but I'm really looking forward to when my executive function ADHD issues are resolved. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Hey there, it is day 34 of my bupropion journey, and I'm very happy to report that the side effects I had yesterday have greatly subsided. So my tinnitus has come down to a manageable level, and the shaky hands is a lot less than it was yesterday. As far as benefits go, no new benefits outside of what we discussed yesterday. So that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Greetings, my friends. It is day 35 of my bupropion journey. And while the tinnitus is manageable, my hand shaking is slightly elevated. And when you have hands that shake that much, it's really hard to do things like write, sign your name, and things like that. So if we can't get the tremors under control, then I'm probably going to have to try something else. I hope that's not the case. I'm going to try for at least another week to see if this works out. Hopefully it does. All right, let's go to final thoughts, and then we'll see you tomorrow. So my thoughts this week are that it was a very difficult week. The elevation of my tinnitus and the elevation of my tremors in my hands has really made this week difficult. After I got the LENS Neurofeedback earlier this week, that helped with my sleep issues. They are going to try to start doing the LENS Neurofeedback on my hands just to see if that helps or if it's something else and I have to get off the medication or go see a neurologist. So we'll see where that goes. But it was a tough week. This is usually the point of time where you're not having side effects. You've adjusted to the medications and you're good to go for the next, round of being raised up to help with the executive functioning. That's not the case, and it's probably not going to be the case until we see what happens. All right. We'll see you next week. I didn't really have any issues yesterday as far as... I did have issues. Greetings, it's day 31. I've had no issues. I did have issues. I'm sorry, this is taking forever. Let's talk about LENS Neurotherapy. It's neurofeedback, not neurotherapy. Places a bunch of connectors onto different parts of your brain. I was doing so good. It is because of the session of LENS Neurofeedback that I had yesterday. I'll get this, I promise. Other than that, I've had no other benefits. This is literally my 12th